I'm Stephan, 45 years old. I had the injury 20 years ago when I was 25, so I had a motor vehicle accident in 1989. Prior to that, I was an accountant. My injury is to my spinal cord. It means that I have difficulty breathing, and it means that I don't have any functional movement below my shoulders. So I'm completely reliant on carers to be able to do everything really, feeding, medication, fluids, getting dressed, my shower, toileting, getting my wheelchair ready. I use a powered wheelchair to get around, and I didn't use the powered chair as much as I used to, nowhere near as much as I used to. A lot of the time I'm stuck in bed, and that's through a lot of back pain, a lot of chronic back pain that I get. So, unfortunately, it's mostly these four walls. My wife did most of the care to start with, and just had carers come in the morning and the evenings. We also had a dog back then, which was a black Labrador, and used to take him for long walks and go to the local shops. Since then, things have changed quite dramatically. We had twins in 1999, and that completely changed things. And then in 2001, we had another little surprise for a third one. So with 3 children, them growing up, it's been the biggest challenge one can have, but along with it, technology's changed and been able to help as well. I'm used to using computers from prior to my injury, as I was an accountant, because I have no functional movement below my neck. I do have obviously limitations to doing a lot of things. That's where computer technology would be able to help me with that. Started using computers in 1990, but that was the old Macintosh. At that stage, using the computer, I was using a mouse stick and a trackball. So it's basically a mouse which is turned upside down, so the ball is on top, not underneath, and the mouse stick would go from my mouth to touch the trackball, and I could operate the pointer by directing the ball around and point to things, and then it had your left click and your right click on that trackball. Using the computer now is a little camera which sits on top of a laptop, and it looks for a reflective dot on my forehead, and by moving my head left and right, the little camera on top of the laptop picks that up, and it will follow the movement of my head and go in whichever direction I would like it to go. And then there's a little menu which sits on top of the desktop, which allows you to click, double click, drag, and do other settings on it. So it will follow what I would like to instruct it to do. To type on the computer, there are 2 methods. The quickest method to type on a computer is a little on-screen keyboard. So if I'm doing little short emails, will use that keyboard, and it has a word prediction, which means it will come up with suggested words that I might like to use, and I can just click on that word rather than having to type each character. The second method is voice activation, and this is for when I'm doing longer letters. Technology is still advancing in this area. The biggest problem is microphones. It's still faster than typing with an on-screen keyboard. If I'm doing a full-length document, I would use the voice activation, which, as you talk, the computer learns your voice and it will type on the computer for you. Just got to be patient with it. Learning to use the technology does take time and does take patience. And it's really just a matter of persisting with it, using it, and you learn as you go. Certain things you do need training with. Each individual will learn at their own pace, and it's really up to each individual, if they're having trouble with something, to find somebody to help train them more with it. I do a payroll for paying my carers, so that's timesheets and pay slips, and that's one area I need to keep track of in organising my care for the week. Other tasks that I do use is email, communicating with the insurance company, with the carers, with family, friends, and there's a lot of government websites based on the computers, a lot of information you can find. Just a lot of information on the medical side of things, a lot of information on all sorts of topics, from topics that I need to help the kids with their schoolwork to just interests in history. Or I also use it for banking and paying bills. There's another large section that I do. I also do share trading, which I'd love to spend more time on. But again, all that's based on the website. I get financial reports sent to me through email and on the website. And actually, the ABC is a great source for getting a lot of podcasts on all sorts of topics, from current topics to past history as well. A lot of what's on the ABC shows are all there and can be downloaded. I actually also download from our local church. They also have their services recorded, and they're also something I can download and listen to them as well. I also have a TiVo, which records programs on one TV, which a family can use and watch. But I could transfer those recordings to my computer and watch them at any time and play the latest TV program that I've copied. And I do love to play board games on the computer, and I play against other people that are on the website from all around the world, and that could be chess, checkers, and paddle boats and dice games and all sorts of things. YouTube has made a big advance. You can spend a great deal of time just watching all sorts of songs or lots of information that's coming from on YouTube as well.
Mainly from pressure.
Making albums with photographs for family and friends is simply having the digital camera software installed on the computer. You can crop the photographs to certain sizes. You can change the brightness and contrast on them and get what you need. And once you're satisfied with what you got, you print them out. They can be then stuck into an album. To control other appliances in the house, there's a program called Progress installed on the computer, and it gives you the opportunity just to click to open and close the front door. Or click to turn on lights, or click to turn on a lamp, or even click and find your way through a menu to change channels on a TV, or start your DVD up, or change volume, etc. If I want to be by myself but still need to be able to get in contact with people, there's web-based SMS communication. So I've got all my carers' mobile numbers set up on the website, and I can simply SMS them through the computer and alert them that I need them at any time. I do have an emergency call alarm. That's mainly there if the computer fails, then I've got a backup system. Or if I'm unable to make an SMS because something's happened that requires a lot more urgent attention than typing an SMS. Hello?
Hello, Greg, it's Thomas.
Yes, Thomas.
I'm having a barbecue on Saturday. Would you like to come?
Yeah, that would be fine.
Alright, see you then. Bye.
Bye-bye. Using the controls and other devices in the house, it's X10 technology, which allows the lights to be able to switch on and off, and those lights are already pre-wired before that is able to be done. And any other electrical appliances need to be wired in first, or use modules. For example, lamps need to just be plugged into an X10 module, or even the radio can be plugged into those X10 modules. If I couldn't use my computer now, about the best I could do would be watch a lot of TV. But fortunately I wouldn't be able to change the channels, so therefore I'd be watching one channel for a long time. If I could have the radio on, and the same would apply. I'd be listening to one station until I shout out or call someone to change the station. And that's about it. Being able to use the computer and the other technology that comes with it gives me just a lot more control about what I'm doing, but the communication is and information that I'm able to use allows me to make the choices and allows for more privacy. That allows stimulation of the brain more than just sitting and listening or watching what you don't really want to listen and watch to. I guess the only frustrating thing about technology and the computers is it's not 100% reliable. They do have tendencies to not work and or stop working, and it is time consuming to get them going again. And sometimes you do have to wait for them to be fixed or to get the appropriate person to come out and help you train what you need to know. So it's waiting and it's patience, and that's where the hard part is. For someone who's in my condition or a similar condition, I certainly wouldn't force anyone to say you must use this technology, but if you can think about trying it or even give it a trial, it can make a difference in a lot of ways.